for me. So there were times when I would not have food to eat. There were times when I didn't have money to buy a case of water, guys. A case of water, $3. A case of water, $3. I didn't have. So, some of you must have watched my video where I said I lost my job, but you do not understand the implications of that. The implication of losing your job in a country where you pay multiple bills every month. Anyway, I will continue my story. When I lost my job, I was entitled to EI. Some of you don't know what EI is, employment insurance. Employment insurance is a way of the government supporting those who lose their jobs for no fault of theirs. I mean, if it's a fault of yours, maybe for misconduct or for low performance or whatever, then you wouldn't get EI. However, I got EI for just 5 months. Within those 5 months, I was battling with depression. When I picked up myself from the depression, I also started battling like a lack of motivation, right? I was battling with that. My friends helped me, thankfully. So this video, I'm also going to be talking about the power of a great support system. Anyway, EI ended 5 months after I lost my job because I had only worked 6 months in the past 1 year prior to losing my job. So if you worked for a year, you will get EI for about a year. If you work for just 6 months, you get EI for about 5 months, depending on how they calculate it. But for me, I only got EI for 5 months. And so when EI ended, it was like hell. I had no more savings. I didn't have money for food. Literally, I didn't have money for food. I didn't have money for anything. My savings had depleted. So I want to mention this. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm going to mention their names if they're watching, if they ever watch, because they're real human beings who came through for me. They're real human beings who showed up for me. And so I'm going to speak again. I'm going to speak again on the power of a great support system, the power of building those relationships. I'm not saying that I deserved what they showed me or the love that they showed me, but I'm saying that there is power in having good people in your life. I'm blessed to have them in my life. But yeah, let me backtrack. So yeah, when EI ended, in fact, I didn't even know it was going to end. I was hoping that it would be for 1 year, only for me to check my portal and saw that I only had 1 or 2 weeks left. I panicked. I became even more anxious. And so I called my friends, like, EI is ending. You know, my depression was going from, it was going like in a wave. And so anxiety peaked. I was barely sleeping. Like, what will I do? At this time, I had started interviewing, but not as much because, like I said, I lacked motivation. I had to call my friends who would help me. Literally, my friend would pray with me. My friend would pray with me. If a priest who I know who was close would pray with me. Like, they took turns. This is for 3 or 4 months, from April, I think, yeah, to like August. They continued. They took turns. Bless them. Nena, she would call me. She would pray with me. She would say, okay, go to your desk to go and apply. Father Alex would call me, would pray, and then would ask what my routine is. Because for him, he just felt that I needed to have a routine to get myself back, to get that sort of motivation to do something. Anyway, I'm beginning to ramble, but yes, I cannot but mention, this is my hero. One of my heroes of 2024 is my darling friend Mayowa. Mayowa, if you are listening, I'm sending you kisses. Sorry, I'm putting you guys on the spot, but yeah, I cannot but mention your names because you are real human beings. Mayowa would send me money. Like, I'll call her and say, Mayowa, guess what? Meanwhile, my credit took a hit, of course, because I couldn't keep up with minimum payments. And so I would call my friend Mayowa, oh, my bank just called me today, please come and help me. She would ask me, like, she wouldn't even ask me, she'd be like, okay, I'll send you PayPal right now. For each time that I called my friend, bless you, Mayowa, bless your soul, God bless you. For each time that I called her, she never said no. And this was consistently. Now, Maiwa did not only help me financially, she helped me financially a lot, because for each time my bank called me threatening to take me to collections, I'll call Maiwa when she's at work, wherever she is. She'll be like, okay, don't worry, I'll send you paper right now. And she will even send me more than I need. I have never seen such kindness in my entire life. I'm serious. Consistently, not once, not twice, not thrice, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times, continuously. EI ended in July. My work continued this till December. I'm not lying. Actually, till January. We're still in January. I'm not lying. So this brings me to, and this is not only Maiwa, all the other friends. Like I begged. I was telling people that I have turned to Bambiala. I begged a lot of people that I know for money, because my bills were a lot. I also lacked motivation. So people like, some people were like, go and take a menial job, go and do something. I had done this in the past. For some of you who followed my stories, you know that when I first came to Canada, I did Uber for 8 months. I didn't want to go back there. In fact, I didn't have the mental strength to go back there. I just wanted to get a job. So I was devoting or channeling all the energy that I had into applying and interviewing. And for some reason, I was lucky to get interviews, but I was only getting to final stages of interviews. And so I was getting interviews back to back, but I was getting to only final stages. I wasn't getting offers. I'll get to this interview stage to be another video. The point of this video is to emphasize the importance of building solid relationships, because you never know what life will throw at you. I am not praying for any bad thing to happen to you. I'm just saying that it is important to build good relationships and be a good person yourself. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect person. I'm just saying that show kindness to people, so that when it's time for them to show kindness to you, they would not hesitate. My friends went above and beyond. Mary, thank you so much. Mary would send me random groceries. I'll just get a knock on my door. I'll get a bunch of groceries, different kinds, all kinds of, I still have some of those groceries right now. She didn't do it once, she didn't do it twice, and then she'll send a love note. Actually, the person who delivers the groceries would read the note and say, I'm thinking about you, I love you. Such thoughtful gifts. I was blessed with those things. Of course, some of those times I didn't want to burden them so much. I was tired of burdening the people that were around me. Sometimes I would cry. I remember having a phone call with Maya one time. I called her, I saw her glowing. She was at work. I was so happy to see her. However, when I started saying, narrating stories to her, I started crying, and I felt so bad. I'm like, Mama, I'm sorry, I'm crying. I don't want to spoil your day. She's like, why? You don't worry, don't be sorry. I'm like, no, I feel like I'm spoiling your day. And then I was just crying. It was a video call. Later on, she told me she was just confused that day. Like, why is she crying? Not why is she crying. Why is she sorry? Why was I sorry that I was crying? Because I just felt like I was burdening them. They had done so much for me. So there were times when I would not have food to eat. There were times when I didn't have money to buy a case of water, guys. A case of water, $3. A case of water, $3. I didn't have money to buy a case of water. You know, people, when I first came to America, I would buy cases of water. People drink from the tap now. I'm like, just the mentality from Nigeria. I don't feel safe drinking from the tap. So since I got to America, even as a student, I would buy cases of water. I had never drank tap water. This time, I went to boil tap water and I drank tap water because I didn't have $3 to buy water. I also, for the first time in my stay abroad, my internet was cut off. Even as a student, a struggling student in America, struggling international student in America, my internet was never cut off. My internet was cut off. I can go on and on to say what I went through last year, but what is the point of narrating it? My point is to tell you out there, if you're going through this it is not the end of the world. Trust me. I know you feel that it is the end of the world. I know you feel that you are on the ground, that you have hit rock bottom and you're not going to come out of it. Trust me, I was there just a few months ago. I was on the ground just a few months ago. I thought that was the end. I mean, not I didn't think that was the end because I knew God was going to take me out of it, but it felt like the end. I told people that I was at hit rock bottom. I was on the ground, and that's why I'm not even afraid. I'm not ashamed to share this story because I have come out from that place, and I want to encourage you. Trust me and trust in God. If you believe in God, trust me and trust in God. He will bring you out of that place. He will bring you out of the ground. The devil is a liar. He will try to stomp you on the ground, but the God that we serve, who is mighty, who is powerful, will bring you out of that place. Trust me, look at me. I'm glowing now, right? It is God. Last year, I wasn't glowing like this. I cried so many times. I don't remember the last time I cried as much as I cried last year. But I believe that I went through all that I went through last year to encourage somebody out there. I'm not a preacher, but I am a living testimony that what doesn't kill you will make you only stronger, will make you able to testify and tell people that they can because you made it. I am not a preacher, but yes, I want to encourage you to nurture those relationships in your life. Nurture those good people in your life, those good relationships in your life. Now, if you do not have a circle of good people in your life, it is not too late to start building relationships. It is not too late to start making friends, good friends, solid friends, because I never knew. I had good friends. I'm not saying I did not know that my friends were good, but I knew that I had good friends. But I never knew the extent to which some of my friends could go for me. And they did that last year. I would maybe make another video because this video is going long. But again, this particular video is to remind you that nobody should be doing life alone. Now, some people are blessed to have spouses who would help them go through things, or family who would help them go through things. Yeah, some of my family members help, not all of them. My uncle and his wife, kudos. Like, I'm so blessed to have you in my life. God bless you. God multiply where you brought out money from to help me. Aside from financially, my uncle's wife was always supporting, my uncle was always supporting, encouraging. Now, outside of that, some people are not lucky to have as many family members, but you may be lucky to have support system, maybe a partner, a spouse, a significant other to journey life with you. But nobody should live life or should go through life alone, because life is going to test you in ways that you cannot imagine. I'm not praying by God's grace we're going to have a smooth sailing life. However, we know that life goes like this, right? There are ups and there are downs in life, and when the downs come, who would you turn to? When the downs come, who would you hold? Who will be there for you when the downs come against all odds? Who will show up for you? And so, it's not too late. I'm saying it's not too late to start building and nurturing those relationships, because my relationships saved me. Like, my last video I spoke about how my friend came all the way from Toronto to help me. If she hadn't come, I don't know, I probably would have been checked into a mental facility, because I was already sinking into depression. And so Nne came to save me, bring me out of the hole that I was slowly going into. When she left, I was still going in and out. However, friends who called, friends who supported, and I want to say this, and Maya supported me financially. Yeah, I mentioned her name a lot. However, she also supported me by encouraging me. She walked with me through the different interviews that I had. She was always saying, you've done well, or you are doing well, don't worry, it will happen, good news soon. I can check my chat, like with my chat with my there were a lot of encouraging words, a lot of positivity, good news coming soon. And I'm like, how? In fact, I even asked her, and said, why did you keep encouraging me? What gave you the assurance to keep encouraging me? She said, she she just thought to continue to encourage me. However, at some point she told herself, oh, like, when will something come up for this person? And she had to ask God to give her the strength and the grace to continue to encourage me. So profound, so profound. So yes, I'm gonna stop here. I will continue the story. Again, I'll continue to say this story whether you guys watch it or not. I know that one person out there will benefit from this story. So see you in the next part.